Certain people, we have drawn the game 1-1 at home to Wolves today. Massively disappointing result. The performance was shocking. You know, there was 14 shots in the game and Wolves had 8 of them. That says everything. At home. Pathetic. What I will say, make what you want of it. Valencia, officially done. Like, we've known he's been on his way out for a while. But I think, you know, when Gary Neville came out and said there was a certain game where he knew that his career was pretty much over at the highest level, I think that game was for Valencia today. And that might sound harsh, not in terms of he kept getting rinsed and players kept getting past him, not so much that, but in terms of going forward and what he offers, absolutely nothing. I understand the reason why the lot didn't play. I understand why Mourinho wants to embed him, but the quicker we can get him playing, the better, because what we have now is just, in Valencia, is not good enough. He's been a fantastic servant to the club, and I commend him for that, over 10 years of service. But his time's up, man. And when your time's up, your time's up. There's no point trying to hold on to it. It's not his fault he's being picked all the time. But, you know, he gets to the byline or into attacking positions. I was 100% confident that I'd just watch him just stop and cut back in. Stop and come back. He has a complete inability to get past anyone now. He has a complete inability to cross. The couple of crosses he did put in were overhit or underhit. Just poor, just really poor. Alexis, I don't even want to keep going into that. It's been done in the fan cams. The guy's getting an easy ride. At what point does he come out the side? At what point? Someone tell me what he's done since he's come here. And to keep starting the amount of games that he has. I'll wait. I haven't left it. I'll wait. Because no one can defend his level of performance. You know? Fair enough, it's all about criticising players when they do wrong and trying to impact change on the team. Pogba, when he hasn't played well last year, rightly or wrongly, taken out the side. Rashford taken out the side, Martial taken out the side, Jesse taken out the side, Mata. It's like the two indisposable players who play 90 minutes of every game seems to be Sanchez and Lukaku. Now, Lukaku was poor today. Yes, he was. Very poor. But the service to him was awful. I can't even call it feeding off scraps. But where he let himself down is the little things that he did have to do well, he didn't do. Offside, lazy, you know, I get that. But at the end of the day, like it was said in a fan cam, he was making the same run. I saw him making the same run, and he was just throwing his arms up in the air because the ball wasn't coming. Don't play quick enough. You know? David De Gea saved us. Again, yes, it's his job. He's a goalkeeper, but we rely on that man too much. We rely on him way too much. Even before we scored the goal, I'm not going to say the writing was on the wall, but Wolves were comfortable. They were playing on the counter. They were looking after the ball well. And De Gea made 2 good saves, very good saves. The second one more so from a set piece. You know, the bright spark to today was Fred. Come off probably too early for me. Come off way too early. Pogba's involvement in that first goal was good. You know, I was thinking he could have maybe tried to volley that left foot first time. You know, Pogba has got that in the locker, but he cushioned a lovely pass through to Fred. And Fred on his weaker right foot sticks it in the bottom corner. And kind of, again, it's the run of play, so you're thinking, you know what, you're lucky there, let's kick on. And apart from the save that was just before half-time that Fred forced from the Wolves keeper, which was a fantastic save, might I add, the guy didn't have to make another save for the whole afternoon. Pathetic. You know, maybe there's a little bit of getting sucked into thinking that we were starting to build some momentum there. Well, no, not even trying to. We were building momentum. It was 3 wins on the bounce. But I feel like we just underestimated them today. We shouldn't have been surprised that they've got players who can play. You know, just because they've come up from the Championship, it doesn't mean a shit. And it just feels like back to square one again. I mean, 8 points away from Liverpool. Yeah, look, our aspirations for this season may not have been to win the league if we were being realistic with the lack of investment. But 8 points off top already. Pathetic. But there and again, we are in the top 4 race. If you ask me, I said we'll finish within the top 4. Obviously, we still will. I still believe we will. But games like today, it's just there's too many things wrong. That front three. I did tweet before the game that it was pretty self-explanatory. I thought Martial should have started. Not saying he was amazingly great when he came on, because he wasn't. But based on his last game, I thought he did enough to keep his shirt. Jose came out even before the game and said, you know, he played 90 minutes, so, you know, Alexis needs to play. What do you mean? Yeah, he played 90 minutes. He's a young professional footballer. He can play 90 minutes the other day and come play again today. Why not? You know, and then you see what Alexis puts on display today. It was just poor. We were slow in midfield. There was nothing going on across the front. Jesse didn't have a good game. like I said about Lukaku, everyone's talking about the header that was luckily for him offside, because if it wasn't, he would have had custard pie all over his face. But that was the only involvement he had in the game all day. You know, Wolves' centre-half, can't remember his name, but he's a converted midfielder. He's not even a centre-half. I just, you know, you just get the feeling that we're gonna get results like this across the season. We're so far off where we need to be. It was good to build a little bit of momentum, but you know, even in the young boys game, don't get me wrong, we relied on a bit of brilliance from Paul Pogba to get us on our way. But before that, they were all over us. Watford let them back in the game, you know. So you can be hypercritical when you lose or when you don't get the result you want, and sometimes it's important not to get sucked into that. But there's too many things wrong. I'll be honest with you, the thing that really pisses me off the most is this Sanchez thing. Like, at what point does he come out the side? When? What does he have to do? I don't want him to fail. I don't want him to do bad, but he's not playing well, so get him out the side. What's he still doing there? What's he offering? Nothing. So frustrating. When we go on to West Ham, it's going to be another tough game. You know, we're that inconsistent. We'll probably go and beat West Ham and then come and struggle here against a Newcastle side that will sit behind the ball. Get done by Rondon. Do you know what I mean? Something stupid like that. That's how inconsistent that we are at the minute, but it's a bitter pill to take today. It feels like a loss. I've heard Jose Mourinho coming out and saying that, you know, he was more angry now than he was after we lost to Spurs, and I agree. You know, at least against Spurs, we tried to play attacking football and create chances. Today, there was nothing. The Wolves keeper's been let off the hook. He hasn't had anything to do apart from that save from Fred from the free kick. What else has he had to do? Nothing. There was 14 shots, like I said earlier. There's 14 shots, and 8 of them were by Wolves players. Not good enough, man. Not good enough. Thanks for watching, guys. Drop your views in the comments in the boxes below. Let me know. Am I just, you know, knee-jerk reaction because I'm pissed off? Maybe. I don't know. Let me know if I'm overreacting. It's all about what you guys think. Thanks for watching.